Hello and welcome. Instead of buying $100 million house, we're looking for $2 million houses all around the country. It's in the description, as are all the homes, so if you want to check them out, you can do that. Where are we at this week? Sweet home Alabama. So here we go. We are looking at homes in Alabama. First off, we got a 7,000 square foot home that located in Helena, Alabama, which is just south of Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. And that while it was a big house and there was nothing wrong with it, the outside was just kind of cold on it. You had a lot of land. I think it had 11 acres. But it just looked cold on the outside. The inside was nice. It was fine. And it gets had your spiral staircase. This white and clean. So moving on. This house was great for entertaining. It is located in New Market, which is just above Huntsville, just on the northern border of Alabama. So it'd be good if you like Nashville. You'd be kind of close to that. It was lacking, while it had good outdoor space and entertainment for that, it didn't have a pool, which I thought was a little bit strange. So, and I like the wood interior. It doesn't need to be the HGTV white. But if you didn't like this, there's your bathroom from a window. Then there you go. Up next, we have also in Huntsville, Alabama, and northern Alabama. If you have $2 million, you can get this house. I kind of enjoyed this house a little bit more than the last one. The fact that it looked like this is the house that they were going to live in for a while, and they made it their own more. There's a lot of accents with the wood that were very nice, and even the ceiling, it has kind of a cathedral feel to it, with the transverse arches. It was a lot more than what they needed to do, and this could be, I could see in a way that this could be a hard sell because people would either love it or hate it. On the right, you have a nice tapestry, but they had a lot of details, and I just felt like this house is more lived in. The kitchen, again, it's very kind of non-standard. I could see where people would not get into this and not want that much wood or that color of wood, especially now in this day and age where they paint everything white in their kitchen. So this one eventually may be a hard sell. I hope not. I really liked it. They have the obligatory shot down the spiral staircase, which is really cool. That this all wood spiral staircase. I like that a lot. I could help them with their cable management if they needed. Oh my. Okay. So, and another shot up the spiral staircase, but this was kind of interesting. I was kind of poking around a little bit more, and they set up this area just for whatever collectibles these were in a hallway, which I thought was interesting. And also, anytime you get a ping pong table, you're going to get on the list. But this is like a huge collection of, looks like old style radios, which was just, I would totally get along with whoever this was. And down here, I initially thought it was a workout gym, but it's actually like a fabrication area, so I really appreciated that too. So I like that one a lot. Moving on to Birmingham, Alabama, right in the heart of Alabama. This 10,000 square foot house is just massive. It's one of those, if you want to live on the links, and it was a fabulous house. It just kind of wasn't. And all of these are fabulous. I'm kind of get to be nitpicking sometimes when I'm looking at these. A little bit older of a kitchen setup, and it was all right. It was there. Moving on. This is your party fun lake house. So if you look at it, there's not much to it on the front. Definitely the party is in the back. You pull up to that, you wouldn't think $1.8 million, but this is enough that you could buy the house and also have a really cool boat. Other states that we've done have better landings for the boat, so that wasn't as great, but it was nice to have a gazebo down there, and they say an over the top cooking area, which it is. You got your Komodo, you got your regular gas grill, looks like a panini. So these people like their entertaining and their fridge, so that's fun. Oh, and that's located in this lake just over here. The only thing I didn't like about it is a little bit out of the way. So if you did want more civilization, it would not be the place. But if you love lake living, this would be really cool because that lake looks really big with lots of little coves for fishing. Moving on. Here we go. Moving on. So this one is in a bay near the Gulf Shores, and it's up a river, so there's no commercial traffic, so that's kind of nice. And it was just a place. It had some. It was along the water, part of it. It had a 5,000 square foot main house, and it also had a 1,500 square foot guest house. But it was very kind of, they kind of toned it like downtown Mobile in an older style, so it's not as open as a modern house, but you could tell it was very well lived in and very well loved, and kind of you could say, I mean, the compartmentalized thing people may not like now, but I just like it had 10 acres of space and it was along the water. It could be just a nice getaway area. Moving on. This one in Tuscaloosa, which is home of your University of Alabama, Roll Tide. It's actually just minutes away from the university, so if you're a big Bama fan, this would be a great house. Because if you're ambitious, it's like 2 miles away, but walking. But the entryway, it's kind of like has a big formal side. So as you walk in, everything is very nice and big and formal and well done, but a little bit too stuffy for my taste. But but very nice. I mean, I couldn't afford that. I could, yeah. And this table is just amazing too. That is what, a 20-foot table. So definitely for entertaining. But then it has this space, which is probably where they do most of their living, where they have a little work area and then a kitchenette, and all this is very just a much different tonal shift in the house. And I actually could see spending more time back here. And the kitchen is just, you have the double burner and a huge fridge. So I just have a feeling a lot of time is spent back here, and I love the pantry. Wonderful. It did not have, though, a pool, which is kind of, sorry, I'm gonna zip through here. It had a great back porch, but it's like, if you like landscaping, it looked great, but it's not. It's kind of more of a look, don't touch backyard. So anyway, overall, I really like the house. This is a much more modern than we usually hit on a lot of times. It had very different angles and going into it, and interesting lines all over the house, inside and outside. But I just really liked the woodwork on the ceilings and the floors. Just very well done. It kind of was so nice that the furniture could just be more plain. You didn't want to take away from all that. It was throughout the house. Very nice, nice mobile. But what my wife didn't like about this was these step downs. It was kind of annoying. And the more I thought about it, it actually bumped it down a few. Because as you're getting older, or in the middle of the night when you're trying to go to the kitchen, you could just fall up and down those. I know they're trying to create more space and give more ceiling height, but I just think a flat roof, if you're trying to make a one-story house, the flat floors I think would be a little bit better. And the kitchen was a little underwhelming. It was, I don't know, it just seemed a little plain. They could have gone a little bit more artsy with it, but overall it was a fun, nice house. Oh, I got modern party room. Moving on. Okay, so I'll scroll back up. Sorry. This one was also in This one was kind of nice, and it was just off the bay and east of Mobile, but it was like 2 hours away to the east to Destin, Florida. So if you want to go to that beach, and I think 2.5, 3 hours to the west is New Orleans. So if you want to do that, you could. But the house itself, it kind of had. I liked it. My wife didn't like it. She didn't like the. There at times, and I get that, trying to do too much in the same room, and too many different styles, but I just found it warm and cozy in a way for a bigger house. The weird pipe and stuff. Like, just a fun guest room. It just looked like something that it could be explored, and you could have different friends, and everybody would have their privacy. And I think this one had 13 acres too, so it was a nice little getaway. But the number one, and let me know if you liked the house better, liked the house worse. This one was on the bay, so connected into Mobile Bay here, which is just north of Gulf Shores. So you're close to the Gulf Shores and other beaches. This one, in addition to have a 4,000 square foot house, it had a 1,500 square foot house right by the water. So this was like actually right by the water, and then the main house was up a little bit. But it's just a very fun, colorful. It's like you come here to have a good time, and the walls are over the top, and I get that, but it cheers you up. I don't know. I was just cheered up seeing it. They went all in, but this house is a party house, and they went for it. Even their pantry is colorful. Come on. So it was just a lot of fun, and just also the thing of it is too, being just quote 1.5 million. If you're trying to stay under 2 million, you also have enough to buy a big truck and an Airstream and a boat and and all these things to enjoy the area a little bit more. If this does not have a pool, but if you needed a pool, you could stick it in there. But I mean, the cool thing is, if you're worried about hurricanes, then you just get in your Airstream and you get out of there. So this is the house down below near the water, which is another place to store family and friends where everybody could just have a good time. And it's not as pristine as like a South Carolina beach or something, but it'd be a neat place to just watch the water and get away from it. So anyway, take care. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, leave me a like and comment if you like the house better, and let me know if there's a state you want to see. So take care. Thank you very much.